Hi, I'm Steve. This is the build video of my 2016 Holden, Colorado. I built this since 2016 with a long-term plan of being able to go touring all around the place, New South Wales, Victoria, Queensland, wherever I can go. I love going up places like Moreton Island and around the Coffs Harbour area, which I'm actually from. And let's look into it. All right, let's talk about some stuff I've done to the outside. So I'll start here. I've got a 2-inch lift, Ironman foam cell struts. In the rear I've got running Tough Dog suspension. That's on a 500 kilo constant leaf spring. I'm currently running Maxxis Razor ATs. I've had numerous amounts of different tyres that I've played with and used. I've used BFGs and Toyos. I really like these. These so far run me really good. Got me places like Moreton Island, up and down some hills and some mud on the sand, no issues at all. They're a 16 by 8, 265 75 16. Running on Dynamic D imitation V-lock rims. This wheel size is roughly about a 32-inch roughly, which is good because I get no scrubbing and it requires no chopping. My exhaust is a 3-inch from PPD. It's from the turbo back. I originally actually took the rear muffler out, but it was horrendously loud, so I put it back in. Gives a nice little note, and so far I'm pretty happy with it. The snorkel I'm using is a Safari snorkel. This was installed by ARB in Coffs Harbour. The reason I went a plastic over a Stano, the Stanos apparently are a little bit loud when you've got the windows down, and this being forward facing, it takes that away a little bit. The rack system I'm using is Pioneer. It's a flat rack. I've got a couple little tie down points here. Fits perfectly underneath my rooftop tent. I'll talk a little bit of that a little bit later. I found Rhino really good. I know some people will probably disagree with that, but for the money I had and the budget I was on, absolutely perfect. I've got a couple of Max Tracks up on top here as well with these little lockable pins. I probably should one day put a little padlock on that so no one wants to make them theirs. The winch I'm using is a Runva 11XP. I originally, I've been watching this all over social media, as a lot of people probably do. I just had a look at all the punishment people put them through, and I think they'll be exactly what I need. Bull bar I'm running is an Ironman commercial bar. I didn't get the deluxe model, again based purely on budget. I think the only difference is between this one and the deluxe is an extra set of spotlights or driving lights. I also have a pair of these rated recovery points, and they are also from Ironman. For comms, I'm running a Uniden UH5000, I believe it is. I could be wrong. I've got 2 different size aerials. Obviously, one's for longer distance and shorter distance, as you all know. So far to date, it's worked great. I've also got a pair of King's 7-inch spotties for the front. A lot of people, again, don't talk that great of Kings. However, these have been absolutely amazing spotlights for me and done everything I've asked, and absolutely on a great budget. For a rooftop tent, I've chosen the Drifter Stockton. I think it's a Wildlands 1.2. I've actually went and gone and got the mattress upgrade as well. There was a couple extra $100 for the mattress upgrade, but I can tell you what, it's a hell of a lot more comfy and absolutely worth it. Around here, I'm running the Drifter Stockton 270 freestanding awning. The canopy I've chosen is from TC Box. It's a 1650 tray with a 1650 jack-off canopy. I've also got a little wheel holder, which has been great, and also a jerry can holder on the back. The canopy also includes the 750mm lockable toolboxes each side. The slide out trundle handle actually hides in up under here. I found this absolutely amazing. The amount of stuff you can actually store in this. I've got my my awning walls, and I keep a whole lot of things like all my recovery gear, bits and pieces, change of clothing, rock shoes, you name it, I keep it in here. Hasn't had any water in today, to date, so I believe it keeps water out pretty well. Right, let's have a look inside and see what treats we have. Alright, so I am running an MSA drop slide. They are quite heavy, but they work brilliantly for what I need. I'm running like a little, I believe it's a 27 litre angle fridge. I'm running on about 0 degrees. I've got some bits and pieces of pots and pans. This is a Ridge 4x4 slide out kitchen. I reckon this works absolutely great for what I need as well. I've made myself a little custom little box up here to put my travel buddy in and a couple of little cooking bits and a bit of storage. Again, I made some little custom drawers. I think these are from Kmart. I think they cost about $2 each. I just put things like all my cooking bits and pieces and spares in there. So on the other side, I've left this spot open mostly just for storage. I keep things like my air compressor and extra lighting in here. I've got all my little spots for my battery, running a 128 amp hour lithium battery from King's. It's been doing me absolutely great at the moment. I'm also running a 12 volt King's control box up here with a 25 amp C-Tech. Also from King's, we have a 1500 watt inverter, and that's been absolutely faultless for me for the last about 3 years, I believe. And I run things like little pumps and recharge drones and laptops, etc., whatever I need. A lot of people close off their canopy. I like it open because it allows me to put things like tables and extra long bits of storage in here. And all of this, the walls and the floor, I made myself custom. It is 15mm ply with some carpet from Bunnings, and I believe I used the Sellies spray, and I just drew a pattern, made a pattern, painted the glue on, stuck it down, stamped it down, folded it over, stapled it in. Happy days. I don't have a review on that, I'm sorry, but it's absolutely worth the treat. One bit of advice would be to just make sure you measure twice and then cut once. I have my light up here from Hardcore, all isolated through my control box. I can turn it on here, runs my amber light. Again, I can change it to a white light. I can turn it up, I can turn it down, so it's not as bright, whatever you need. I've got one of those each side as well. Well, welcome to the inside. There's not much here that no one's ever seen before. I'm running my comms, I self-installed that up here. I'm running my throttle controller here, which I usually generally run about U3, U4. I've got my rear camera. That's absolutely amazing for when you want to see what's behind your canopy, because that sort of becomes obsolete once you put one on. These seat covers from Black Duck, they've been absolutely awesome. They're really easy to clean. However, in direct sunlight, if you want to sit on them after they've been cooking for a couple of hours, you also get to cook. All right, what issues have I had with this car? The intercooler pipe blows off far too regularly in my opinion. Apparently I've asked some blogs and on some groups about what I can do about that. Apparently there's like a stainless steel pipe that I can add to it, so I might be looking into that very soon. The lugs of the battery, probably the worst design thing I've ever come across in my life. You can go over a slight bump and they will move. They're like a little lockable pin. I will be changing those very, very soon. The things I'd change, I'd definitely wait till I've done all my mods before I looked at suspension. I've had to fiddle around a little bit with it. I've had to change my rear springs a couple of times, which ends up being a little bit costly. So my opinion there is put everything together you really want to do, and do your suspension last. Look, I guess there's going to be a whole lot of different opinions on that. However, that is mine, and that will save you a few dollars. Who's my inspiration? A lot of inspiration. I reckon my probably first two people who inspire me the most would be definitely Tyler Thompson, this guy right here, Shad Donahue, he's awesome, and a lot of other guys on YouTube. I won't say too many names, but you probably saw a whole heap of stickers on the inside, and yeah, they're definitely all an inspiration to me. And probably make my wife hate them because it probably costs me far too much money. A lot of people ask me how much did all this cost. Honestly, I want to lie to you because my wife will probably watch this, but I've done some sums and I reckon I've got change out of 70k. If you want to know any more about any of this, please feel free to just write comments down there, and I'm happy to share anything.